All right, what's up? What's up, y'all? So we're just gonna get right into it. This is gonna be my first of many best ball fantasy football drafts. This contest is the big board, so it's like the pre-draft best ball contest. I'm gonna be pushing this one. It's almost full, so I'll probably just do only a couple of these. And then I'm gonna push Best Ball Mania really hard. Try to see how good I can do. I did it for the first time last year. I got like 20% of my teams to advance, but I got swept out of the playoffs. But I'm looking to make a good push here. I kind of got a good feel for it. And yeah, this is going to be just like my baseball one. We're going to document my journey, see how well I can do. Um, right here, so as you can see, I got the 103. I think I'm just going to stick with ADP here. Well, he went Tyreek Hill, so I'm going to gladly take up CD Lamb. I think he'd be my 101 if I was drafting. So now I'm just going to grab my Cowboy stack, look to stack them. My strategy, just like a lot of other people, I'm heavy zero RB, zero or hero RB. My RBs that I like is Brees Hall and Devon A-Chain if I'm going early round. I'm going to fade Bijan, especially where he's going right now. I'm a Falcons fan, but so that's kind of contrarian, but I think his ADP is a little bit rich right now. So let me see. Just queue up all the Cowboys. I'll probably be stacking Dak where I can get him and then get a little double stack going here. My strategy or what I really like to do is I kind of like to wait to the last minute. So this is kind of out of the ordinary for me. I like to have complete information before I start drafting. I know a lot of people, and there is a lot of value in drafting like early before ADP really gets set in the market. There's a lot of inefficiency in the market. Sometimes you can capitalize on that, but I'm not really good at that. I think I operate much better with perfect information. Um, and I do really well like right before the season starts, especially when the offenses are set. You get those like training camp reports in. You kind of know who's RB1, who's RB2, where you can get the leverage RB, and then you could get some really fun stacks going that a lot of people aren't taking. So as you see here, I went CD Lamb third. Bijan, Brees Hall went 7. I really like that. I'm huge on Puka Nacua. I was one of the people pre-draft playing, please take Puka Nacua. His yards per route run stats were off the charts. I took him everywhere in fantasy. The only thing was the injury history is what really kept him off him. It was like the sample size was so small, so I really didn't know, you know, how real those numbers were, but looks like they were real. And a couple people are talking about, no, this might be a Puka Nacua slide, whatever. I think I'm taking Puka Nacua. I mean, Garrett Wilson with Aaron Rodgers, I wouldn't take him there. Wow, Chris Olave goes at 17. When I was doing this like a month ago, he wasn't going that high. You could really get him like in the third round, but I guess people wisened up. That dude is nasty. And he's always like top in like air yards, and like the difference between his actual yards and air yards are so high. Like he has to positively regress at some point. So I'm big on Chris Olave, like in Dynasty and in redraft. So the Chris Olave on Amon-Ra St. Brown, that's a great start. Garrett Wilson, Drake London, I wonder what the Falcons are. Wait, what am I talking about? I wonder. I don't know. Are we overpricing Falcons pieces? I like Kirk Cousins, and I think the offense is going to be insane, but is it just a little too much? I don't know. I'm on the clock here. Malik Neighbors is getting steamed up. I see. First, like when I was drafting a while ago, he was like 30 something. So I'm going double wide receiver here. And I think I'm just gonna go Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins if they let me go 3 wide receiver strong to start. I know people are down on Nico Collins. Like Tank Dell was going up here before. I'm gonna take Malik Neighbors though. Where's Tank Dell going? 38. What kind of What kind of crack are people smoking? Well, I'm not taking him at 27. I just snagged Malik Neighbors. There's a lot of spots where he could go where I'm not happy. Like if he goes to the Chargers, I'm not happy. Like Justin Herbert, he's amazing, but John Harbaugh is playing 1970s football, so I don't want no parts of that. If he goes to the Giants, that could be cool. I was big on Daniel Jones. I kind of was wrong about that. So Nico Collins doesn't make it back. Kind of hurts my ability for the CJ Stroud stack at 51 is where I'm looking to grab. I'm in like the fifth round. Oh, I know why Tank Dell is falling, because Stephon Diggs. Duh. He's going to try to get, what's his name? He's going to try to get CJ Stroud. What am I going to do? People are sleeping on Josh Allen. He's sliding. I don't normally do this, and I'm tempted to go Waddle here. I'm tempted to go Waddle, but why? I'm going to go Josh Allen because I know I can double stack him. Now, I usually don't do this. I can double stack him because no one, like, these, like, and he's going to get somebody in the draft for sure. So I'm leveraging the rookie wide receivers. Khalil Shakir, I think he's going to be underrated. And then Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going to have a lot of videos on the rookies. Hopefully I can get them out before the draft. But if not, I'll get them out after the draft. But I have some really hot takes on the receivers. Troy Franklin. Lad. My biggest one is I'm fading the A.D. Mitchell's not good. This is coming from a Georgia fan who loved him at Georgia. A.D. Mitchell's not good, folks. Xavier Worthy was better than him at Texas. He's better than him now. Like, A.D. Mitchell's not good. There's too many red flags. He can't get open. He runs his routes lazily. When he does run his routes 100%, he flashes really well, so that's undeniable. But they said he interviewed poorly as well. Like, there's effort concerns that shows up on film. It's not like his film is the best. Like, he's not out there Keenan Allening people up and down. So I'm out on A.D. Mitchell. I'll let other people take him. Now, depending on his landing spot, like if the Chiefs take him, then whatever, you have to take him. But they took Sky Moore. It's not like he was cooking. Speaking of, Rashee Rice out here working with Patrick Mahomes. His slide might be, you could take advantage of that and be a little opportunistic there. I mean, getting Josh Allen in the third round feels good. Travis Kelce at 35 is kind of high. And so I kind of don't want Dak now. I mean, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, 2 QBs and stop. That feels pretty good. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to make some mistakes. I was thinking about Jalen Waddle. I think I'm just going to go wide receiver. And then take my first running back at round 6. And then when does Dalton Kincaid usually go? 59. What? Are you kidding? I'd have to go Dalton Kincaid? So he's not going to make it back around. I mean, we'll see who's there at 51. If I don't love a wide receiver at 51, I'll reach for Dalton Kincaid above ADP. That's kind of rich, though. I guess people are... I mean, that's why I like him. The vacated targets from Stephon Diggs. I like this guy's roster. I didn't take Mike Evans just because I'm an ageist and I fear old people. But that's a really good spot. That's kind of what Keenan Allen was last year. Like, he was dropping, like, for no reason. Say Flowers goes pretty high. There goes Keenan Allen. Like, this guy's taking CJ Stroud. So I'm not going to be... And then taking Josh Allen kind of doesn't allow me to get Anthony Richardson, who I love. CJ Stroud, who I love. But I don't like any of the rookies other than Caleb Williams, which is another thing that you'll see on this channel when I do all my quarterback rankings. I like J.J. McCarthy, but it's like... So I'll just say right now, my top 3 quarterbacks are Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels second, and then J.J. McCarthy third. And I really... There's red flags about all 3 of them, really. But Jane Daniels for fantasy, I think that's like a no brainer if he doesn't kill himself. Trey McBride, no. We will take Roma Dunze here. Unless this guy does it. We're taking Roma Dunze unless this guy does it, which he's gonna do. There's no way he doesn't. Oh, nice. So we grab Roma Dunze. We've got Malik Neighbors and Roma Dunze. We're going heavy on the rookies, whatever. I don't really like anything here. Like this, if I didn't take, like, the 2v2 is like not, if I took Jalen Waddle, I'm probably taking Anthony Richardson here. And the 2v2 between Josh Allen and Dalton Kincaid, or Jalen Waddle and Anthony Richardson. What did I say? Josh Allen. Wait, yeah. No, Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid, or Jalen Waddle and Anthony Richardson. I think I like the other one more, unfortunately. Now, I can't skip. That's stupid. I can't skip Trey McBride and take Dalton Kincaid for the sake of the stack. That's stupid, right? You can't do that. Well, Anthony Richardson went anyway. They went back to back. I can't do that, right? I have to. He's not falling, and I don't like anybody else. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. That was stupid. But I'm doing it. Stack it. Let's stack it up. I don't care. Why is he ADP 59? Like, he's not making it back. So yeah, laugh at me all you want. So Josh Allen, I probably shouldn't have taken him there. I wouldn't have got Anthony Richardson, but it is what it is. We're gonna be taking our first running back. I think at 6. I think we could push it to 7, but I think 0 RB falls off at 6, and you really want to start hammering running back. So I got my stack. I got CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, Roman Dunze, and then the Buffalo stack. Banking on Josh Allen MVP. I skipped over Trey McBride and Mark Andrews, 2 tight ends that I love. It just is what it is. I didn't like any of the wide receivers in that range. I didn't love them. I liked them. I didn't love them. So I just completed the stack. So we've got, let's see, we've got this 0 RB team, this team 8 right here, who I really like. This Puka Nacua team I really like as well. I don't really like Zay Flowers at 39 that much, but, you know, I could be wrong. This guy, Storybook 14. Don't really like that much. And then, like I said, this Daily Rojo. I know that guy. Daily Rojo. Is that who I think that is? Is that who I think that is? I think that's Pat Kerrane. I could be wrong. I could be stupid. I think that's Pat Kerrane that I'm drafting with. Somebody who I really respect and I watch a lot of their content. So that's kind of crazy. If that's him. And yeah, I knew he was going to do that. He went Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, and got the CJ Stroud stack. Like, what can you do? You know, what can you do about that? Not much. So let's watch Team 1. I think that's Pat Kerrane. Is Daily Rojo, which is crazy. First time I've ever drafted with him. He won, for those who don't know, he won Best Ball Mania. Not last year, but the year before that. So I'll keep an eye on his team, see what he does out of the one spot. If I was him out of the one spot, I would have did CeeDee Lamb instead of Christian McCaffrey. Just because I'm huge on CeeDee Lamb this year. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I think I'm taking running back. I think I'm taking running back here. Running backs, I like none. I don't really like any running backs. I'm just taking them where they fall. I'm really going to know more after the draft once we get information, and then once preseason starts, and then once training camp starts. That's when I'm going to know who I want to target the running backs. My big idea this year is just take running backs in good offenses who are likely to score. Have them fall into the end zone. Grab me, who's this year's Jamal Williams? Is that his name? The Lions and Saints running back who sniped all my DeAndre Swift touchdowns 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know why his name is like. Well, I'm not confident in his name. Wow, so Mark Andrews slips all the way to 63. I have to think Dalton Kincaid probably would have made it back, and now I feel sick. I don't know what to think about that. Dalton Kincaid would have made it back. All right, who are we taking at running back? Yikes. So I already have a tight end too, and Brock Bowers is sitting right there, and he's disgusting. This Josh Allen pick really set me back. Really set me back. I need another wide receiver. I think I'm gonna do Jackson Smith and Jigba because I love him and I refuse to let him go. And then I'm gonna take my first running back in the 7th round, and we'll start cooking running backs in the 7th. I need one more wide receiver. I need 4 through 6. That's just the law. But I already have a lot of JSN. I'll do DeAndre Hopkins. Because I know Daily Rojo, he likes DeAndre Hopkins. And he doesn't like JSN. So I'm going to snipe DeAndre Hopkins from him. He is really smart, so I'll pretend to be really smart. Even though I personally like Jackson Smith and Jigba just because I love them coming out of college. But you can't ignore the situation that he's in. Really, really sucks. He doesn't play a lot of snaps, and I don't trust Pete Carroll to let him play any more snaps. And I don't think he's taking running back. He's going hero RB with CMC. So I think I can get whatever running back I could coming back around. This guy took David Montgomery. I kind of wanted him. So he goes Kittle. He does like Kittle. I remember he said that. And he does double tight end. Well, if he goes 2 tight end, but he already has a running back, I would have went Brock Bowers at tight end. So he goes that. I can't push it again, so I'm going to go, let's see. I'll go Kamara as my RB1, sure. That's going to suck, but whatever. I was really tempted to do Brock Bowers there, but I can't. Aaron Jones goes next. Then we're looking at another running back. Because we're going to hammer, I'm just telling y'all right now, I'm hammering Troy Franklin and Lad McConkey in rounds 10 and 11. And we're going to get cooking. There goes Brock Bowers there. I think I was not high enough on him. Best Ball Mania comes and I see the team that he's on, I'm going to start smashing Brock Bowers because a lot of people, I think, are underestimating truly the prospect that he is. He's going to be, like, sensational, I think. I don't like my RB1, but who cares? I'll grab 6 and just live with it. I think that's the number. 6 to 8 running backs. That's what you want. I think I like to do 2 QB, 3 tight end because I usually punt the position. 7, 8, or 9 wide receivers, and then like 6 to 7 running backs. This guy's team is so good. Trey McBride, Kyler Murray stack. First running back was Kenneth Walker. This man put on a masterclass out of the 8th spot. I really like his team. This guy's team is my favorite so far. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chris Olave, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, Trey McBride, stacked with Kyler Murray, and then Kenneth Walker as your RB1. I shouldn't have taken Josh Allen at 27. I really like him, and I think he was falling. I think his value is the loss of Stephon Diggs is being over. What's the word I want to say? It's being like overtaken into consideration by the market. I think people are underestimating Josh Allen's true talent, and they're like, he lost Stephon Diggs, so he's trash now. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. So I snapped at it and took him in the third round because I thought that was a good value. But looking at how I want to construct my rosters personally, I don't. I don't want to do that anymore. Now he was good for me last year, and he's gonna be good for me again this year. And then I'm gonna double stack with Khalil Shakir whenever he becomes available, which is at 121. So you know what, I can pause on wide receiver. Usually I like to hammer, but I think I got guys I want to value here, especially at these two spots around 10 and 11. I'll have 6 through 11. So I think I'm just gonna go running back here. Get 3 running backs through 9. Go wide receiver. So one of these, this one's gonna be Khalil Shakir, and this one's gonna be Troy Franklin or Lad McConkey. I'm not gonna do all 3. I can't. I don't have the luxury. And I already have 2 rookie wide receivers. You know, gotta add some more veteran presence in the locker room. You know. I'm going Tony Pollard if they let me. People are disrespecting Tony Pollard. He was hurt. He was hurt. I'm going to stand by that. He was hurt. He's still good. Point blank, period. I'm going Tony Pollard and Nick Chubb if they let me. Let's just get the old people. Let's just pretend it's 2019. Tony Pollard still behind Ezekiel Elliott busting out runs. Nick Chubb still best pure runner in the NFL. Let's do it. Let me do it. Do I get sniped by Storybook 14? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I don't. So I'm going to snap at this. I already like my running back room. And I'm just going to do Nick Chubb. And if I don't get Nick Chubb, I don't want any of these wide receivers. I already told y'all I'm fading. What's his name? Now, what's the last quarterback I can take and I'll feel happy about my life? I don't want Drake May. So that's Baker Mayfield at 148 as my backup. I'm just doing 2 quarterbacks. What is that? That's here at 13. Okay, so that's perfect. So I'm going to take another running back here. Nick Chubb goes. I'm sick. I'll take the rookie. No, I won't. Do I take? I know I don't. I was like, should I take Xavier Worthy? Who else is on Washington's backfield? Now, if they... Oh, Austin Eckler. Brian Robertson Jr. Zamir White. Zach Moss. Who else is on the Bengals? It's just Zach Moss and Chase Brown. Yeah, I'll take Zach Moss for sure. I'll snap that up. I was thinking about Zamir White, but like I said, my tiebreaker is better offenses. Like, how many points is the Vegas Raiders really gonna score? You know, the Bengals are gonna score more. We've shown that he's been pretty good. Is Chase Brown ready? I don't know. I don't mind hand cooking, so I might do that if he comes back around. My next 2 picks are going to be the wide receivers I talked about. I'm getting Khalil Shakir and either Lad McConkey or Troy Franklin. I like this team now. Most of my running backs are going to suck, but I just need to, and I'll beat you at wide receiver. And I'm not going to be beating people at wide receiver this year because I only have 4. I usually go what this guy did. I usually go 0-0-5. That's how I kind of like to build my teams. And I go quarterback late, and then I punt tight end. But I went expensive quarterback, expensive tight end in my 0 RB build, which is fine, but I just don't like doing it. I like punting. I like min-maxing. Give me the best wide receivers. Give me a value quarterback. And then I'll do the rest. So as we come here, Caleb Williams goes. Was he stacked? No. And what the hell is this? So he gets the back half Dak stack. Brees Hall, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon. Not worried about him. He goes Trey Benson, so he sniped my Benson. I have three running backs. He has two, and he has one, two, three, four wideouts. He goes AD. You're messing up. You're messing up. He sucks. AD Mitchell sucks. Trying to tell you, should have took Troy Franklin. He's good. Troy Franklin, wide receiver 4. I'll tell you right now. Wide receiver 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. Wide receiver 2, Malik Neighbors. Wide receiver 3, Rome Odunze. Wide receiver 4 is Troy Franklin. And the wide receiver 5 is Lad McConkey. Those are your top 5 wide receivers. No, it's not Keon Coleman. No, it's not Brian Thomas Jr. He has red flags. He runs curls and he runs goats. That's what he does. Those are his 2 routes. And back pylon fades. And he's amazing at those, but there are issues. Xavier Worthy, I think he's my wide receiver 6. Javon Baker, wide receiver 7. And those are like the big standouts. And then there's a bunch of really good slot wide receivers. Malik Washington, Jalen McMillan are my 2 favorites. Roman Wilson, I really like. And then that's about it. I don't really like Ricky Pierce all that much. I know that a lot of people like him. I don't like Malachi Corley that much. I kind of like Johnny Wilson from Florida State. He's weird. I don't know how good he actually is, but I think he could be productive. Just like weirdly productive in the NFL just because he's so huge. Keon Coleman, I think, is Garbo. Garbo, trash, bum. He's just out there running around. He fooled y'all. He's just out there running around. I think AD Mitchell is extremely talented, but I think he's lazy, sloppy, and I don't think his speed does not translate. That 40 time does not translate on film. There goes Lad. Rip. That's that white boy, Lad McConkey. White Antonio Brown. That's what I call him. He's going to be really good. My only thing is I love Troy Franklin. I feel like I'm the only one in the world that loves Troy Franklin. But I also love Jalen Hyatt, and they do kind of have similar prototype builds, so that might just be a blindside bias on my part. But I don't know, man. Everything inside me is screaming like Troy Franklin is really good. No! I got sniped on Shakir. That stinks. What do? I don't know. That sucks. I'm hurt. I think I'm handcuffing. I'm going Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears. For the Raheem Mostert, Devon A-Chain 2.0. I'm taking 3 Titans. That sounds like hell. I'm not doing that. I'm going to take Troy Franklin here. Just put my nuts on the table. Say, I'm right. You guys are wrong. 3 rookies with CeeDee Lamb and DeAndre Hopkins. There's no way I'm going to be right about all these guys. And then, do I just take my second tight end here? No need for these guys. I'm sick. Please, Bills, draft one of these wide receivers that I took. Who can they even? They're not going to be able to get it. They're not going to get any of these guys. Dawson Knox. Looks like it's a solo stack. My well laid out plans. Well, looks like I'm handcuffing. I'm going Zach Moss and Chase Brown. At first I was like, why would you ever do this? But I actually think it's not the worst idea. And then we're going to go quarterback next round. It's like not the worst. Now, Gus Edwards does make some sense. Can't believe Justin Herbert is falling so far. But I can. So I'm handcuffing. Trying to get a little bit of the bounce. Like in best ball, I think in manage, it kind of limits your upside. That's why a lot of people don't take them. But it allows you to differentiate. And I think there is value in it. Just because, they bounce around, or one guy could dominate all the carries for the first half of the season. He gets hurt, and then you get a RB1 popped up. You do lose that spot, but then maybe he comes back, and you kind of can get some finagle your way into some spike weeks, or they both play, and they kind of limit each other's upside. But they kind of do enough to like hit your lineup, or one goes off, or one falls into the end zone twice. And then playoff time, one of them gets injured, and then you've got like a 25 carry guy that you got at round 11, or not, and they just both suck. But I think it allows you to, it gets you to some places that you normally wouldn't think you could get to. So I'm gonna start doing that more. It worked really well last year with Raheem Mostert and Devin A. Chain. Obviously, I think their advance rate, if you have both of those, is like 40 something%. So I don't think that Zach Moss and Chase Brown or Raheem Mostert and Devin A. Chain, don't get it twisted. I'm not that delusional, but I think there could be some value in it, like taking Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery made sense. Like DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams, that didn't make no sense because Jamal Williams took all the points and the Lions hated DeAndre Swift. Speaking of, Jahmyr Gibbs and his replacement are both on the same team here. I really wanted to go wide receiver, but they took Khalil Shakir from me. That hurts. But this team wasn't that good anyway. Because I messed up and I took Dalton Kincaid at 51, and he probably would have came back to me at the bottom. So I have 4 running backs now. I am going to try to hammer some wide receiver value and get my backup quarterback. And my backup quarterback is going to be Will Levis. You heard that, folks. I just thought of it. I have DeAndre Hopkins. I'm taking Will Levis. I'm all in on Levis. I thought he was trash. I thought he was good in his junior year. Then I watched his senior tape and I thought he was trash. It's kind of like the Drake May experience, even though I still haven't came around on Drake May. I think Drake May is firmly my QB4. I do see what people like in him, but I think people have the blinders on with the upside of Drake May. I think he does a lot of things that he needs to work on, and he is not Josh Allen. Like, I really think people need to step back. He's not as good as Josh Allen was at Wyoming. Like, no, he's not. The things that Josh Allen was doing, now they will say less talent, not as much talent as their opponents a lot of the times. Really strong arm talents, but I think Drake May's effective arm strength is not as good as Josh Allen's. He has a long-winded release that takes a long time to come out. Under pressure, his arm strength isn't that good, and he can't maintain accuracy under duress, where Josh Allen could. Josh Allen was a far better athlete. Now Drake May is a solid athlete, but again, not in the same league. He's just Josh Allen, but like slightly worse in every way. And to be Josh Allen, the way he plays and his poor decision making, a lot of times you have to really be superior in a lot of ways. And I don't think Drake May is. I think Drake May is going to be a lot of the bad sides of Josh Allen with like not the uber gifted parts on the other side. So I think you really need to be wary of that. Jeez, I'm taking a QB here for sure. Well, I don't want to because I'm taking Will Levis. Well, what do? I think I need to take I'm just going to go. Will he come back 165? Yeah, he'll be back. So I'm not taking quarterback. I'm going to take Michael Wilson. That's dumb. That's dumb because they're drafting Marvin Harrison Jr. That was a panic pick. Should I take another running back? There's like no tight ends available. Michael Mayer, Isaiah Likely. Yeah, there is. I think Michael Mayer could be fine. I don't know why I took Michael Wilson. He's gonna get like two like inches of targets a game. Now, I think they signed somebody else. No, they didn't. It's just them two again. I'm gonna take Jerome Ford just in case I didn't get. I got sniped on Nick Chubb, so I'll take Jerome Ford. And then my next pick is gonna be Will Levis, and then at 171 is gonna be tight end. So my next two picks are gonna be um, quarterback and tight end, and I think I'm gonna be done at both of those, and then I'll just fill out the rest. Like here is when I think the value of like having um, total information is really good. So you can leverage this. And like here, you're kind of like playing in the dark. Like you don't know where the good values are. Whereas later in like closer to like right before the season starts, all these picks are gonna be like well informed decisions. Like right now we're just guessing, but later you can grab a really good advantage if you paid attention to the news. Um, and you could really get some really great picks. Like Kyron Williams was going here. This is when I was grabbing a lot of Puka Nakua last year. No one was taking him. I was smashing Puka Nakua. Like CJ Stroud was going here. I remember I was like, I'm getting Tank Dell CJ Stroud stacks back to back, and I just smashed those, and those paid off so well. I wish I had done that hundreds and hundreds of more times. But until you get a good look at them, it's tough to put a finger on it. Like, is Drake May gonna start? Where is he going? Like, how does he look? Who am I pairing him with? Is this gonna be young and fast? Is it not? Like, is Michael Penix gonna start? No. Is like, could Spencer Rattler get in the starting lineup? No one would take him. Get a like a late round flyer on Spencer Rattler. Who knows? So it's just a lot of that stuff. That's why I really prefer the what's the word? Drafting a lot later. But yeah, anyway, gonna go quarterback here. Nothing really crazy here. No really real insights on this back half. I'm really just trying to fill out my team. Whereas like later on in the season, I'm really gonna wanna. I'm really gonna have I think an edge over a lot of people in this back half just because of my rookie analysis, and I could see like how much is Malik Washington gonna start. Like, is Jermaine Burton like a strong part of the offense that he's on? If he is, I'm smashing him. No one's taking Jermaine Burton. That dude is really good. He's a really good deep threat. Probably best or second best in the league to in the draft to Brian Thomas Jr. Like I'm gonna want a piece of Jermaine Burton. Jalen McMillan, great slot receiver. Malik Washington, great slot receiver. If they're on offenses that are gonna score points and they're getting snaps in preseason, that's gonna be a great pick down there. Like, where's the running back room shaking out? I don't know. I don't know who to take. I'm just taking names that I knew last year. There are no reports yet, so that's the thing about pre-draft best ball. Um, you really don't get that advantage of like leveraging information. But I'm doing it anyway because it's fun. So Will Levis made it here. I'm going Will Levis, and then I'm going Isaiah Likely to make up for the fact that I didn't take um, Mark Andrews to kind of get some leverage back. So I got my two quarterbacks and done. I got tall, strong arm white guys. That's my quarterback room. Yep, that's what we're doing this time. But I like him. I don't love him, but I like him. I mean, I do love Josh Allen, but not how I wanted. That's not how I wanted to build my team. People are talking about Jalen Pope going first round. I don't see it. His his analytical profile is not the strongest. I think he was the clearly the third best wide receiver on that team. I don't have, but Peter Schrager said he was talking to GMs and they have him going first round. And I saw something that Steve Smith likes Jalen Polk a lot. I don't see it. I think he's clearly the third best wide receiver on Washington coming out. Like I think Jalen McMillan is clearly better than him, and then Rome Odunze is like extremely clearly better than him. Like I think the top three wide receivers in this draft would have been my wide receiver 2, 3, 4. Now junior year Rome Odunze not so much, but like if you transpose senior year Rome Odunze back in the 2023 draft, he'd be my wide receiver 4 if like I took them all in there. Like I think they're all above. I had Jackson Smith and Jigba 1, who without hindsight I still would probably have him. I probably would have him 3. That's Jason. Now thinking about Jason would be my wide receiver 3. I used to say Jason was my 1 because he's like my favorite, but and I didn't want to act like after I already seen it, try to change my opinion. But in thinking about it, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors like had the analytical profile of JSN, but they're like big. So I still think I would have had he would have been my wide receiver 3. So my if you combine the last 2 draft classes, it would have been um, Marvin Harrison Jr. 1, Malik Neighbors 2, JSN 3, Rome Odunze 4, and then it would have been, if I'm being honest, it would have been Troy Franklin 5, Jordan Addison 6, and then I'm kind of afraid it's like Zay Flowers, Quinn Johnston. My next favorite wide receivers was like Jalen Hyatt, Tank Dell, Puka Nakua, Trey Palmer out of last year's class, Josh Downs. I had a big board, but I forgot it. But yeah. Oh, how could I forget? I was on Reddit like pushing Rashee Rice, and they didn't even use him how I thought he was going to be used. They really used him as like a low A dot yards after catch guy, where I thought he could really be dangerous down the field as well with his ball tracking. His hands aren't that good, but I don't know. He's like really good at like using his body to create space, and he can make some circus catches. His hands are like inconsistent because of his catch technique, but I was really high on Rashee Rice coming out of SMU last year. And I know you're thinking, oh, you thought all the wide receivers last year were good. Well, yeah, because I'm a genius. And I think this year, which is why I started doing the channel, when you start documenting my takes, I think like at the end of this year, my big one is like Troy Franklin's really good, Jalen McMillan's really good, Malik Washington's really good, A.D. Mitchell's really bad, Keon Coleman's really bad, Brian Thomas Jr. isn't as good as people think he is. I think when you bookmark that and come back, that's going to be proving that I'm pretty smart. I think Michael Penix isn't good. I think that's going to be a big one. I think Bo Nix is pretty good. I think Spencer Rattler's kind of really good. I think J.J. McCarthy's good. I think Drake May's not that good. I think Jordan Travis is kind of good. Out of the QBs that are going to go like day 3 or later, I think Jordan Travis has a chance to be like a starter. Keep an eye on Jordan Travis. There's a lot to like about him. Joe Milton is absolutely insane, but I don't think he's ready. I think if Joe Milton sits like 4 years and he really dedicates himself to like learning the game, he could be amazing. But if he starts day 1 or maybe even 2 years and he starts, he's gonna be garbage. But he's got some of the best pure arm talent I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like if you took Justin Herbert's arm and then if you strapped a RPG to the back of Justin Herbert's elbow. That's Joe Milton's arm. It's insanity. Not really much to like here. Not really much to like at all. Wide receivers can't even really stack. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, let's just grab our guys. And hopefully they get put on good teams. So I'm going to go Jalen McMillan. And then I'm going to go Malik Washington. Where's Jermaine Burton? He's still there. Is he gone already? Wow, people are starting to wise up on Jermaine Burton. It's actually good. Where did he go? 182. And then um I'll do one more tight end. Where does Malik Washington, what is his ADP at? 211. I'll grab Tucker Craft. I like the Packers offense. He's good leverage on a Luke Musgrave injury. I think he's talented. He'll fill out my tight end room and the Dalton Kincaid busts. Like I've got Dalton Kincaid and then two like injury leverage plays at the tight end position. And then I think I want to do one more running back. Or how many more running backs do I want to do? I'm done at QB. Do I want to do two more running backs and a wide receiver? Yeah. So two more running backs and a wide receiver. And then we'll call it. So yeah. Back to what I was saying. A.D. Mitchell, trash. Keon Coleman, trash. Brian Thomas Jr., not as good as people think. Jermaine Burton, good. Malik Washington, good. Jalen McMillan, good. Lad McConkey, really good. Troy Franklin, elite. And then running backs, I haven't done running backs yet. I'm going to deep dive into running backs. I'm going to publish all my stuff on wide receivers and quarterbacks soon. I'm going to have in-depth analysis where I'm watching college all 22. I have a TikTok out with a couple, but I kind of came off of TikTok just because I keep getting copyrighted and taken down. So I feel like I'll just put stuff here and then make clips, post those to TikTok. You can follow me on Twitter at it's Harris _, and then my TikTok is HPayne FF, just like the YouTube channel. I gotta verify if that's the case. Yeah, if you like the content, make sure you like and subscribe, comment. I'm known for my hot takes, so if you disagree with me, put it in the comments. It'll be great. I love having discussions. Talking about there goes Malik Washington. Talking about where I was wrong, where I'm stupid, and let's see. I have some crazy Reddit posts all the ways on our NFL draft that always gets put on the top of controversial page. So I am not afraid of like negative comments. Please put them in there. I love people to challenge me on what I think and my thought process, and then see who's right in the end. And spoiler alert, it's gonna be me. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this channel is just because I talk to myself on my Twitter anyway, and like talking around to my friends, and I enjoy it. So I might as well talk to myself with a mic and a camera, And then if other people see it and they like it, then it's great. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of these solo ones, and then but the main part of the channel, my first two things was like my draft, and I went through my like baseball exposures, but most of this is gonna be fantasy football content like this, and then like rookie analysis, and then once the season starts, like game reactions. What do I think about what the coaches are doing? my and then watching, dissecting um, film, going over like basically fantasy football stuff, and then a lot of pre-draft stuff that I'm gonna be like pushing out starting tomorrow. And there's gonna be a new video uploaded every day. And yeah, so we're nearing getting put on the clock here. And they took away my what's his name? Malik Washington. Oh, you know what? I'll take Christian McCaffrey's brother. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. I'm gonna do. I'll do Rondell Moore. Get me a Falcon, just so everyone knows that I'm a fan. And then I'm gonna do. Dylan Lobby. There's too many people talking about him, gassing him up. You know what? I really like Rasheen Ali. Like I haven't done any running back stuff yet. But back when I was playing college football DFS, Rasheen Ali was kind of nice. He didn't do the best. He didn't test the best, but I kind of like Rasheen Ali. You know, I'm gonna put my nuts on the table. Why not? I'm taking Rasheen Ali. All these people suck, and he's probably not even gonna play. But I'm gonna go with my gut here. I'm taking Rasheen Ali. I haven't done any research, so I don't even know if my initial feeling that he's really good is right. I'll know it soon though. This dude has 3 running backs, 10 wide receivers. That cannot be optimal. Half those guys are gonna get hurt. Yeah, this is definitely Pat Kerrane. He took Israel Abanikanda. That's definitely Pat Kerrane. I know it is. That's cool. So he has 6 RBs. I also have 6. Our lineups are kind of the same, but he's not gonna take another tight end because he went back to back tight end. Yeah, that's really cool. I got to draft with one of the people that I really look to for a lot of information. So we'll follow this one, see how bad I get smacked. Let's see what this team 8 ended up doing. This was all smashes. And he took Lad McConkey. Got the DK Metcalf, Geno Smith stack. Took Jalen Polk. Took Jerry Rice's son, who plays wide receiver like Isaiah Pacheco plays running back. Just heavy steps, just driving to the ground. But he gets open. Don't sleep on him. I kind of have like him and Ricky Pearsall in like the same category. Like I think Roman Wilson is slightly better than both of them, but like they're okay. She takes Johnny Wilson too. I was thinking about taking Johnny Wilson, but I was like, I don't know. I just don't know. You know. So we're coming up to the last pick. It's not a bad team. It was kind of dictated by me taking Josh Allen, and then I got sniped for Khalil Shakir right here. That was tough. I would have been able to get the double stack. I would have felt good. I really like this though. The Tony Pollard, Zach Moss, Chase Brown. I liked how that turned out. Will Levis, DeAndre Hopkins stack. I like how that turned out. I got the Titans offense. They're the worst team in that division, so that's gonna go well. But that division is gonna be really fun. Um, they got four quarterbacks that I think are viable, and then two who I think are superstars, and Anthony Richardson and C.J. Stroud, and I think Trevor Lawrence has a. I mean, he's really really talented as well. Like I don't think Trevor Lawrence is ever gonna be superstar level. He was drafted as such, and I don't think that's bad. I think he's really good. I really like him. Um, I don't know. Some people don't really always put it all the way together, but I mean, the sky's still the limit for him. It's just, I don't think he sees the field as well as some of the super, super greats that I think like CJ Stroud does. And I Loki. And that's another thing. People are like, oh, don't take Michael Pittman, Anthony Richardson, running quarterback. No, bro. Anthony Richardson is a quarterback who runs. He can. He will be, and he's so smart. He processes so fast. If he can stay healthy, he'll be a top five quarterback in the league. That's the big thing. Can he stay healthy? But yeah, my last pick is gonna be. I'll take a white kid. Why not? I've already got a bunch of them. I'll take Will Shipley. And that's it. So we're gonna wrap up here. Our team is Josh Allen, Will Levis at quarterback, Alvin Kamara, Tony Pollard, Zach Moss, Chase Brown, Jerome Ford, Rasheed Ali, and Will Shipley at running back. Classic zero RB build. And then my wide receiver core is CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, DeAndre Hopkins, Troy Franklin, Michael Wilson, Jalen McMillan, and Rondell Moore. And then my tight end room is Dalton Kincaid, Isaiah Likely, and Tucker Kraft. I give this a solid B minus. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. And then yeah, catch me next time.